pet parents out there. It's me, Dr. Q, the one and only life coach for people with pets, here with another installment of our quarantine video challenge. And if you're wondering what the quarantine video challenge actually means, it means I am challenging you to get more fit, eat better, have a better relationship with your pet, and for your pet to also get a little bit better nutrition at the end of all of this. I know that some of you are intrigued by what I presented last night, which was talking about cooking rice and garbanzo beans and sweet potatoes to make your own pet food. And I've had some requests for actually having a cooking demonstration. However, I think that you guys can figure out how to cook some beans and rice and some sweet potatoes. All I do is actually take a rice cooker, fill it up with water, put my rice in the bottom. My rice cooker has a steamer basket in the top, so I cut up my sweet potatoes, put them in the top. In my water, I will add some vegetable broth of some kind. Don't be afraid to add spices to that. A little bit of a garlic, onion powder. Don't be afraid of all that. On the internet, they try to scare you about garlic and onions and all that kind of stuff, and you don't need to worry about that. Little bits here and there are just fine. But speaking of things that are not okay for your pets, let's talk about chocolate. Today is Easter. I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter holiday with your family, even if you had to do it via a Zoom meeting or something like that. And my kitty cats are going crazy for this kibble right here. So here I am, metering out their kibble, just like we talked about on an earlier video, because that's definitely the way to do it. So one of the things that you don't want your dog to eat, or your cat for that matter, is a lot of chocolate. People have asked me before about chocolate. How much is okay and why is it bad? Well, it really varies a lot depending on the size of the pet and how much and what kind of chocolate it is that they might get into. So today might be a day that you might have a lot of chocolate around, so you don't want them getting into a bunch of that. But the problem is going to be with the smaller little pets, like the little poodles and things like that. You don't want them having too much chocolate, especially baker's chocolate. All the caffeine in there gets their heart rate really high, their blood pressure up, can actually make them really sick, upset to their stomach, vomiting, that kind of thing. But if you have a 100-pound Rottweiler Mastiff like I do, she can eat a chocolate chip cookie or two. It probably won't be any problem for her unless she has a really sensitive stomach. Then it could be a problem for her as well. So be better on the safe side for all of you to avoid any of that junk food for your pets, unless it's like really tiny amounts, so they don't have to worry about any kind of inconvenient vomiting or diarrhea, or certainly for the little dogs eating something like baker's chocolate where they could get really sick and you might have to take them into an emergency hospital and get them on IV fluids to deal with their heart rate problems and their vomiting and diarrhea and all that. But we won't talk about that anymore because I know that you won't do much more of that. So send me your questions if you have any. We'll talk more about diet, nutrition in the days to come. In the meantime, I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Easter holiday with your friends and your four-legged companions like my kitty cats here. And on that note, I'm Dr. Q, here to help you have the most amazing relationship with animals that you ever thought possible. And we hope to see you on our video tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and everybody have a good night.